This is Dune Awakening, a new survival game coming out this summer, developed by Funcom. And this is me on a flight to Oslo to play the game early, wondering how the hell I've pulled this off. So yeah, I was flown out to Oslo, the capital of Norway, to attend a preview event of the game organized by Funcom, where I met loads of other creators, had discussions with the devs, got a tour of the studio, and most importantly, played the game early. It was an amazing time meeting some people that I've admired for years, and it was an experience I will never forget. But now, let's jump into the game.
I'm making an ARK PvP character, man. All the way down.
Our journey begins in the character creation screen, where as the only ARK PvP creator invited, I thought I had to represent. I didn't dwell too long on this though, as I wanted to get into the real meat and potatoes of the game. I did have to answer a few key questions here, from the Reverend Mother of the Bene Gesserit. If you know the Dune lore, you know what I'm talking about, but essentially this determines what abilities you start the game off with, even though it doesn't really matter too much, as you can get all the abilities from all the classes anyway. I went for the Trooper, as I saw there was a grappling hook and I knew that would be essential for mobility later in the game, or at least that's what I thought at the time. After making our way out of a cave, it was out into the open desert, and it became immediately apparent how scarce water was. After beating some guys into oblivion, stealing their cutter ray, and mining through this rock here, which by the way, I actually really like the cutter ray design, we're taken through some early tutorials of combat. It's actually really interesting how they've managed to combine melee and ranged attacks in this game, but more on that later.
Parry your opponents just as their strikes will hit you.
After going through a few more tutorial bits, we finally make it out into the open, where, well, just watch this. Is that not already enough we have to deal with? But after managing to outrun this thing, it was time to get some early game resources and stay close to this rock face as it offered shade.
Xavii, are you in yet?
I should be. Wait.
Try and find us so we can be friends.
Yeah, let me see. Are you guys still in the tutorial? I'm in Haga Basin South. So are you. Where are you in relation to this Eastern Familiar Scout? So you guys like over here. I'll head east. Yeah, so I'll head east and then I might be able to find you guys.
It was clear what my main first mission would be: find and party up with Axeman and Syntac, who, completely by coincidence, were the people I was sat next to while playing. And also a side note, I've been watching them for like 8 years probably, and yeah, it felt a bit weird hearing their voices in real life, not on the screen this time. But anyway, after crafting up some new drip, it was time to do a different kind of resource run.
Oh, big worm.
Using the stone and metal I'd farmed, I was able to make the most basic darts, along with a pistol to fire them, and I continued in search of Syntac and Axeman, but got into some trouble along the way.
Hello. Wait, I see someone over there.
I'm the one zipping across.
Maybe it's an NPC.
Oh!
Yeah, I see you guys on the map, yeah. Wait, no, this isn't you guys shooting at me, no? Who the hell is this?
No, that's not us.
Oh, they're dead. They go and loot them. I just can't find any water at all.
So, yeah.
So you're like down here. I'll come to you. Were these water veins maybe? What's this?
No, that's copper.
Okay, can I grab that? I think you guys might be around this corner.
I wonder if it's a carry weight.
Yeah, I was curious about what the weight system was like as well.
There was indeed a weight system, but it wouldn't really affect me right now, as I had jack shit. I kept exploring, looking at Syntac's map next to me, and eventually I got pretty close. And I also found a camp that Syntac and Axeman had completed, and I got the rewards from it, but I needed to find my own one to advance the tutorial. But it was time to check out what they'd been up to.
I've done like the getting the gun and stuff, that's it. What's good? F. Oh, there you go. Yes, sir.
I got tribed up with Syntac and Axe, and I took a look at the crib. Sadly, I couldn't get into it or try and raid him, because PvP isn't supported at this part of the game, but you goddamn know I wanted to. I didn't dwell on that though, and I headed out for myself, exploring around a little bit more, before I found a scavenger camp of my own to take over.
Too easy. for what the desert has in store.
It was now time for me to try and get my first base situated. Now, if you know me from ARK, you know that me and building don't exactly go together, and should never be used in the same sentence, unless it's Xavii's building got us raided. But it was time to see if I'd be any better in Dune. The system reminded me of Rust's tool cupboard system, and the construction tool gives you an area to build it, and it was time to get stuck into building a little starter.
People are back.
Oh shit, I'm trying to build my house, 1 second. Oh man. Hey Syntac, where are doors? Oh, I don't, I haven't found any of the options. Oh, okay, fair enough.
The sub-thief console comes with an automatic shield system that will keep your base safe from the sandstorms. Just keep the generator fueled. The storms will tear at your walls, but you need a consistent source of water, and the best source out here is blood.
You guys gonna go to lunch?
That was the first session we had with the game before it was time for a bite to eat, and the impressions so far, pretty good all things considered. I was certainly impressed with how it ran, as this was just a beta, but as instructed, next on the agenda was looking for a better source of water, and the main way you do it is by extracting blood from things you kill.
Oh shit. My house getting torn up. No! Dude, these guys are insane. I've got to parry this.
It's empty. Reload.
And how that was close.
Oh my god, this is so good.
I just almost got absolutely wiped by some NPCs. Oh! They have the exact same console system as ASA.
Yeah, it's the Unreal one.
Damn it. You'll find that other scavenger camp. Can I break into you guys' stuff? I got no access. I can peek in there. Please see this scavenger camp is still here. I need to learn how to take their blood.
After harvesting blood from the scavengers I'd killed, I took it back to base where I crafted a blood purifier, and this was going to gradually turn that blood into water, which is a better way to get more water rather than just using the plant dew that you find around, and so obviously this was going to come in very handy. I headed out exploring again until I ran into this cave.
Oh shit, wait. Traitor's Grotto. Oh shit. You guys want to maybe come here and help me do this cave?
Wait, what cave?
I found like apparently it's a Traitor's Grotto, whatever the hell that is. Yeah, give me 2 secs. I did it, I pulled a U. Threw a grenade at myself. Hello. Give me that party invite.
We were going to check out the cave I found in a bit, but Taxman and Syntac had to one-up me and they found a cooler one, so we headed to explore it together.
What's this?
God knows. It's like a church cave, man.
It bounced on your head.
We got to the end of the cave, but it had something that I can't spoil yet. But on our way out, we ran into someone familiar.
It's Aaron!
Wait, what? We're gonna gang up on you, bro.
So after squadding up with Aaron, we went our separate ways, and I headed back to that cave I saw just before. After exploring the cave, I came back to base and oh my god, I drank purified water for the first time, and it was crazy not having to explore the dunes in constant search of water. To progress though, I needed to craft a fabricator, and I didn't really have enough space for that in my base, so it was expansion time.
I want to see if I can build a second floor. So if I do enough of this. It's a stairs. Oh, there we go. This. Who's this? Invading my home.
Sadly, I didn't have enough stone to finish the roof, but that could be solved at a later date. With the fabricator I placed, I crafted some new drip, and this would help to preserve water. And for the first time on Arrakis, night had fallen. This was a great change of pace, to be honest, because I was getting sick to death of the sunstroke, and it would make exploring a lot more enjoyable. But while I was out...
Whose base is that? Is that you?
Who?
This one.
Oh yeah, the half open one, yeah.
That's actually you?
Yeah, I need to finish it.
Why is it such a big base?
I don't know, I needed to expand. I was like a 2x1, I made it into a 3x3.
Alright.
I still need to finish the roof though. I found Crow for the first time. Wait, can I invite to the thing? I don't think I can invite him because you're the leader, sadly.
Guys, a PvE YouTuber was somewhat impressed with a PvPer's base. I'm sticking that on my CV. Now, but after exploring a little bit, it was clear we had some stiff competition.
Whose is this base? Whoever's made this base is cooking. It's like full see-proof windows and stuff. God damn. I've just infiltrated someone's base. Yeah, they could have very easily.
I made my way to a monument in order to gather some items I would need to get another form of transport, but I kinda got messed up.
Dude, they literally just all of the things spawned back at once. And I just spawned back right in the middle of them.
So someone had almost cleared this, and I was trying to sneak in at the end to get the rewards as well, as that's a thing you can do in this game, but I came back afterwards after I respawned, and cleared it myself. I got some of the key components I needed from completing this, and now I needed a lot of copper, so it was time to go and look for some. After getting all the copper I needed, I headed back to base and added some more storage utilizing the space I made, and it was time to put that copper to use and craft one of the blueprints I'd acquired in one of the monuments. I just needed some help to find out how to do it.
How do you craft your schematics, the ones that you find? Oh. Oh, okay, thank you. And now it should be... There we go. Give me that new knife, baby.
After crafting a full set of scavenger armor to accompany my new knife, as well as a basic battle rifle, it was time to head down to the final dungeon of my playthrough.
Welcome to Desert Botanical Testing Station number 2.
What's up?
We're like very close to you.
You got a bike? I want a bike?
You get a bike soon.
Okay.
They're pretty cool. You donuts?
I've been looking for these last two particle capacitors for like 2 hours, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, I got lost in this dungeon and it took me a lot more time than it should have. And I also found this guy with a shield who looked very hard, and I decided rather than fighting him, I would just kinda run away. It reminded me a lot of cheesing boss fights on PvP. But finally I completed the dungeon and got all the parts to make the sandbike. And after I got back to base, that was my primary focus. I constructed the chassis, hull and all the other parts using the welding torch, and just before the end of my session, I was able to get the sandbike up and running.
Be careful. Vehicles are fast, but nothing can outrun shy owned. You can only hope to get between safe areas more quickly.
And thus that pretty much ended the normal gameplay session I had. We had about half an hour left, and at this point we basically said screw all the rules. The Funcom team spawned in ornithopters for all of us, which I think is the first flying vehicle you get in the game, but yeah, it was pretty damn cool. Me and the boys were working out how to do barrel rolls, all kinds of stuff, and it was a really nice way to close the session out. I took it and started exploring the deep desert, which I believe is the PvP area, and I'm not even sure if I was allowed to do this, but I did it for science and the people there were fine with it, I think. I was watching Syntac and Daxman next to me, doing all kinds of crazy stuff with the late game vehicles, so go and watch their videos if you fancy watching that. But while we watched me having a play around with the Ornithopter in the background, I just wanted to take the time to express some appreciation for all of you, as well as the team at Funcom, because they really treated us well. It was my first time doing any of these kinds of trips, and all the ARK boys that I spent most of my time with are like 10 years older than me. Not that that was a bad thing, it was really good being able to pick their brains, and just talk about things to do with YouTube, so massive shout out to all of them. Before I actually went on this trip, when I got the email I was reading it with my mum at the time, and the second I said the word Dune, my mum's jaw literally dropped because yeah, she's a massive fan of the Dune universe and has been for years. I don't want to keep rambling for too long, but thanks again to Funcom for the opportunity, and the Steam page for Dune Awakening is down in the description and the pinned comments. I believe it's now up for pre-order on Steam, so if you like what you see, definitely consider that. With that all said, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.